Recording already? I know. I don't want to start recording yet.
Hi.
Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to go out and come back in. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's recording. Okay, 1 second.
Okay, welcome everybody. I'm gonna pop on a screen real fast. I'd like to welcome all of you to the Garden of Neuro. This is a space where all women can be seen and heard. Our community practices deliberative conversations, sociocratic decision-making, and collective projects for the benefit of all engaged members like all of you ladies. We share wisdom through book clubs, kitchen table talks, free and paid courses, and collaborative work like this wonderful project we're working on today. Our simple rules are respect all the spaces, be curious and ask questions, support women's agency, and be open to life's infinite possibilities. So I will stop there and say thank you all, welcome, and I would like to turn it over to Pratibha today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pratibha. As you know, I'm from Leicester in the UK. This is my third time I'm doing the art workshop for the anthology. So it's been a while. So if I'm rusty, just bear with me. What I'd like to do first is just get a little picture, just get a little introduction about where you are with art from each of you. Just like a 1 minute, intro would be really good before we get started, so everyone knows a little bit about each other. So how about we start with someone who just wants to begin? Who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay, go for it.
I'm Barbara Lanehart. I've been involved with this Neuro Institute for just a little while, I think, and I really love it. I'm from Central Missouri. Columbia, Missouri is right between Kansas City and St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a poet, writer, editor for Masticatories USA, if anyone wants to submit. But you might want to submit to the Neuro publishing place first. Don't give away all your good stuff to me. Give it to Neuro. All the great anthologies. Nice to meet you. Oh, and I've done some neurographica art. Have you ever heard of that art therapy? It's helped me with my creativity. Yeah. So I might try some of that today. Yeah.
I'm going to jump in real quick and let everybody know Barbara's going to be our next poet at our poet book club.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right? October 1st or October or first Wednesday in October.
Right. Did you get my blurb?
I got it. Yeah. But I just want everybody know because you got to come and hear her stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barbara. That was lovely. And look forward to seeing your art, honestly, when you create it for us.
Thank you.
Okay, who would like to go next? Annette, would you like to share a little bit about you and art?
Yeah, I'm Annette Riddle. I've been having a dating game with art since I was a teenager, and I love art. I use all forms of it except oils, and I've got my acrylic paint markers today and pencils. I don't know if I do have a black one in case we submit, but I'm from Wyandotte, Michigan, originally from Detroit.
Thank you, Annette. Pretty, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I'm Pratibha's friend, childhood friend, and we've both actually done art together, haven't we, Pratibha? Yes. So we're both interested in art through our childhood and adult. At the moment, I'm quite interested in doing dot mandalas. Has anyone ever heard of that? So it's like a mindful art where you do mandalas and then you use like round rods and you do dots around it. So I'm well into that at the moment. And also I just like sketching, doodling, black and white drawings. And that's it really, yeah.
Thank you, Priti. I just should say that Priti's also been delivering some local art workshops recently. So
Yeah, that's
been
something
really
new
good.
that I've started, yeah.
Face-to-face one she's been doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Madeline, next.
Yeah,
please.
sure. I guess I've been playing with art supplies for about 15 years. And I really like paper and collage and drawing and mosaics and things like that. And I look at it as play for me. And I lead a session here at the garden on Mondays called Come Play, Make Art, where people bring whatever they want to come play for an hour. And it's lots of fun. So I invite everybody to join us.
Thank you, Madeline. Sounds fab. Nancy?
Hi, everyone. Nancy Arbizu, Scottsdale, Arizona. Been in the garden since I was a very first seed. This project is very near and dear to my heart. It started actually when Lisa invited Pratibha to share her book, Knots and Tangles, Tangles and Knots.
Tangles and Knots.
And I was so moved by not only the poetry in it, but the fact that it had hand-drawn art. And that is where this project of Safe Embrace Space originated from, was that conversation. And so it's really neat to have Pratibha here with us for volume 3. Volume 3, can you believe it? It's very exciting. And it's so exciting to have everyone from around the country, around the world. Priti, I want a link to where your stuff is at so we can share that.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Yes.
Oh, that's just
it's
so
on
exciting.
Instagram, so I will share it. Yeah.
Absolutely, please. And I've been playing with art forever. I did a lot of calligraphy work, and I was also a chalkboard artist for a long time, for a couple of years. So I love pens, I love paper, I love coloring. I was telling all of you before, I go to the Crayola store at the mall and buy bags of pens instead of going to Lululemon. So I'm ready. Let's do this.
Brilliant. Can't wait either now. It's so exciting with our third book. So I'm Pratibha, and I've been doing art for a long time, since like I said, childhood with Priti. And for me, when Nancy said that, my book had inspired this project, it's actually quite overwhelming and also rewarding at the same time, because obviously I never expected my book would do that. But it's so good it's had a positive impact, because that's what whole point of that book was. So let's begin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some slides so that we can just run through a little bit about the brief. And obviously, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. But let's start at the beginning, and we'll do a short exercise to help us get ideas as well. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen in a minute and just open that up. Okay. Right. Okay, so can everyone see the slides? Everyone okay, yeah? Okay, brilliant. Okay, so welcome to the third slide for the art workshop. I've called it Mindfulness Art because that's exactly what it is for this anthology. So this session will include the introduction to the art workshop, the tools that we're going to be using, scanning, exploring ideas on themes, art inspirations, and about submitting. So the aim of it is to obviously to help you get started to looking at the design, the ideas around these themes, and then obviously you can complete this in your own time and submit when you're ready, in the deadline that we've given. Okay. We will be sharing the PDF version of the slides for you, and Nancy will put it in the chat at some point, so you can, look at it at your leisure as well. Right, so the current books are these two, published in 2021 and obviously published in 2022. They were very successful, and obviously I've just written a little note there that the mindfulness art concept was inspired by my book. And because of these projects, obviously it's led us to this point now where we're so embracing this anthology, and we know that every year we just get better and better. Okay, so the art workshop intro, I wanted to give you a little bit of a criteria. So the theme, obviously, you know, is a safe and brave space. So including is poetry and black and white art. So you can submit to having poetry and art if you are both writer and an artist, or one or the other. All art and poetry needs to be original, created by yourself. You can submit up to 3 in each category. And, you know, please keep it under wraps, because what we want to do is have new work published in the book for the anthology. And that's the best thing about it, seeing everyone's work at the end. So mindfulness art brief. I have given you some examples of some artwork, as you can see, of previous artists that have been in the book. So here's another one there for you to look at. So this is just to help you to be inspired as we go through the slides and see what people have done. So a little bit about the art brief. All artwork to be black and white. Portrait is preferable because it's obviously the book is portrait. However, you know, I have put down that we could actually turn the picture around if it is a landscape image, because when the book is printed, it's not really going to matter, because you're physically going to be coloring in or writing in. So, you know, you should be able to turn the book anywhere you want. So, you know, I'm not restricting you with the portrait and landscape, but obviously portrait is preferable. Ability to color in like an adult coloring book is exactly what we want to aim at getting with the artwork. And using patterns and shapes is a great way to begin. And we will show you examples. So here's a little drawing on the side. Beautiful picture. You can easily color it in. Someone sketched that. So if you are wanting to do sketches, this is a perfect example. Right, so a little bit about tools. Is everyone okay? Am I going if I'm going too fast, let me know. If you've got any questions, just let me know as we go through. Yeah, everyone okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, a little bit about the art tools. Okay, so what I've done is I have got a list image there of some pens. So these are all the pen nibs that you can get if you did get a pen collection of different sizes. It just helps you if you want to have some depth to your drawing. You don't have to. I mean, you've got a drawing here by Danielle, and she's given some depth, but most of it you can see it's clear lines that you can actually color in. And I love it because it's so originally different. Anyway, so hand drawing tips are basically black pens, use different thickness. It will definitely give you depth. You don't have to if you don't have it. You can even go over the lines. I think the key thing is if you are using a pencil, please draw lightly. It's really important that we don't have so many pencil marks, because if you want it to be clear and clear image and clean, you know, we want to be able to rub the pencil marks out gently so that you can still actually it's like it wasn't there in the first place. You just want it to be invisible, really. So keep it light. Try to keep the lines clean and clear. So why I say that is basically less marks, less smudges. And when you scan the image in, it will just come out much more crisper. So in this case, this image here is very, very, very clean, because obviously she's drawn it. There's not much smudging or a lot of, you know, marks or anything. So it's been quite a good image, and, you know, it's a good crisp image you can actually put in a book. Paper needs to be plain white and unlined, obviously for reasons. Plain white is best, no textured paper. Sometimes what happens with textured paper is that when you scan it in, the textured marks can show up, because, you know, some of the scanning tools that you get, they're quite efficient, so it can show up. So the best thing to do is just use a plain paper, and it can be any thickness that works for you. But yeah, that's the best thing to use. Anybody using digital apps? Because I've not really done it. I'm more of a hand person. But if you are, then, you know, we've got some tools there. Don't ask me about them. I don't use them. So, you know, but if anyone has any experience with them, you know, we're open to hearing more. definitely. But there's something about hand drawing. It's just so much more raw, and I don't know, just you have more ownership. Okay, a little bit about scanning. Right, you can use a traditional copier, but I've just used an app on my phone because it's quick and easy, and everyone can do that now that everyone's got phones these days, and rather than trying to find a scanner somewhere. So I've been using Cam Scanner, but you can use any other scanners you want. They'll do the same thing. You can download this app for free. Just find it in your App Store or Google Play. And obviously, just see what works for you in terms of, if that doesn't work, then use a different one. But I've created some simple instructions. I've actually put them in this little bubble at the bottom as well to help you. So that's quite straightforward. So once you download this Cam Scanner, this is the actual image here of what it looks like, the actual logo. What we can do is you scan the image like a normal photograph. You save, when you save the image, you use the option, the filter, magic color. And what that will do is basically really pull out all the black and all the white so that you have a real crystal image. That's what it does. It just filters it in such a brilliant way. So like I said, if you've got smudges and stuff, it will show up really, like if it's a lot, or if you've got pencil marks that are really strong, and you can see the pen mark and the pencil mark, it will show up and it won't be clean. So think about that when you're doing your image. I've had to do my image a couple of times. It's not always done in the first go. The first go might be you're trying it out and seeing if it works, and you might get it wrong. So you might have to say, okay, I'll redo it, and then you might trace over it again. Just put it against a window and just trace over it with a pen. You could do it that way, because you can see through a thin paper, like a simple paper. That's one way of doing it. Anyway, once you've saved the image under a magic color filter, it will obviously save that as a file, and then you can upload that ready for submission. Just make sure you've put your name on the image, the picture file. So rename that file with your name, because if it comes to us and then we have to put it in, we obviously make sure that we catalog all the submissions that come in. I just want to make sure that we've got a name towards the image, because it's not like a poetry submission where you're going to have your text. So please put your name on there. Your full name would be great. And then we can identify who that work is from. So that's perfect. Any imperfections, such as smudges, we will edit the best we can. Obviously, I am limited about how much we can do. I mean, the best thing about when you do work and you want to put digital artwork out there in a book format, or even if it's just digital, like I've done it on this screen with the artwork I'm showing, the less smudges there are, the more neat it can be. If it's originally the best quality you can get it will just scan brilliantly. So just keep that in mind. And if you have to redo it again. That's my advice, because I've had to do that. And you will get it right. You'll probably do it better the second or third time than you did the first time. It's always like that with art. Okay, so has anyone got any questions about the brief and scanning or anything? Okay, well, if you get stuck and you're in the process of doing it, scanning or doing your artwork, and you get stuck, you know that you can always approach myself or Nancy or Lisa, Tommy. One of us will be able to help you, don't worry. Okay, so mindfulness art inspirations. Obviously, there's so much you can look at. We have got our anthologies, which I'm trying to inspire you with through these slides. We have got the mandala art. We've got shapes, patterns. We've got henna creations. We've got adult coloring books, which I'm sure you've all had a look at once in your life. We've got freestyle doodling. And then you've got loads of artwork you can find on Pinterest that if you just search, even under the themes of safe and brave space, or just look at black and white art, Pinterest has been a lifesaver for ideas. So I've written a little bit about mandala art. I mean, it's a great way of doing a simple artwork if you are not an artist or you're still like not sure about what to create, because it is looking at circles in a very simple way, but it can be so beautiful. So mandala in Sanskrit means circle, and obviously I put a couple of points down, nothing heavy, but it's just a background. Circular design symbolizes the art, symbolizes the idea that life is never ending and everything is connected, symbolic in Hinduism and Buddhism. So it's got a really deep meaning with the mindfulness there as well. And then designs are meant to remove irritating thoughts and allow creative mind to run free, as well as relaxation. So you can see why I put that in, because obviously our mindfulness art is to do with all those aspects, and mandala art describes it really well because they do it very well. So you can't go wrong with doing a circle and then doing your little images in there. There's some beautiful ones coming up if they haven't come up. I'll do the next slide and we'll have a look. Okay, so we're going to look at the themes now for our activity. Okay, yeah. All right, so what we have here is a couple of themes. We have got safe, brave, and space. And what we're going to do is, this is now the time to get your pen and paper. And we're going to go to one activity on here to cover the images that you see there. And you're going to look at all three images and take your time on each one and just explore the features and the feelings you get from the safety, the bravery, and the space. And you don't need to form any kind of sentences. It's more about getting those feelings and thoughts down in words so that you can actually explore images in the next activity. So let's just spend a couple of minutes doing that. And then once you're ready, you could start looking at using those feelings and making some doodling out of those feelings for your safe and brave space, and see what you doodle up. So let's give that a 10-minute activity to start off with. How's everyone doing? Got some doodles? Got some ideas on the themes? Shall we have a little share? Obviously, if you don't want to share, it's fine. You can just talk about it. I'm happy to do whatever you feel comfortable with.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you make your circles when you're making a mandala? How do you make your circles so circle? And then how do you make everything so symmetrical all the way around?
I think you're going to have to use one of those, what they're called, those instruments to make the circles. Yeah, or you could use things like plates and things to make the right circle. Pretty would probably be best to answer some of that for you.
Yeah. So if you're drawing a mandala, I use compass, a compass, a protractor, because you want to get the right measurements, the right lines to it. And if you could get, if you want to do little designs around it, you can get those templates with the circles in it, little circles. But mainly to start off the mandala, I usually just use a compass and a protractor because I need to get the measurements, and that's it, really.
Yeah, I was looking at, here's one from Richa. And it's just so amazing to me that they're all so asymmetrical, every little thing in here. So, how long do you have to practice before you're like perfect?
Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, define perfect.
Yeah.
I wanted to show everybody what Pratibha did in last year's. I thought her cloud words were very cool. I'll pull it back a little bit, but just how she put it in the cloud like that. And then her dream words, I really like that. There was
Thank
one.
you. So I wanted to know if anybody would like to share a doodle and just tell me what words they were thinking about when, they pick one and maybe choose if you don't want to go all of them.
Space. I was thinking about space. I was trying to do the circle. I liked how you did that dream one. I thought that was neat. So yeah, I was working on space.
Perfect. Okay. Annette, anything you want to share?
I wonder if we can stop the screen share
Yeah, I think I need to stop the
and
share.
get the gallery back. There you go.
Yeah, that's better.
I can't see Annette's. Oh.
Well, you can talk about it, Annette. Just let me know what one of the themes you were thinking about, the ideas and what you drew. If we can't see it, it's just for ideas. Your microphone needs going on.
I thought of the whole title, Safe and Brave Space, and what Susan said about the Pine Island with the walking bridge to it and the eagle's nest that everybody saw. So I drew the eagle's nest and the walking bridge, and I wrote a poem about it.
Wow.
You did both, but excellent. You got ideas now.
Yeah, it's just a sketch, but it's
Yeah.
a start.
Yes, absolutely. This is the whole point of it. It's a sketch, and then you can refine it and change it and edit it, and then when you're ready, submit it. Pretty, would you like to share?
Yeah,
Anything?
mine's just I thought of the words flowing, swirl, space, free. I was just doing swirls and circles, really.
Wow.
Also was
Beautiful.
coming to my mind.
So pretty.
So, and then I tried another one. So trying to
Oh, that's beautiful.
oh no. But yeah, that's what I was thinking, because there was lots of space in the background, flowing lines, freedom. I was thinking in
Yeah.
that sort of manner.
Brilliant. Madeline, anything you want to share?
Sure, I misunderstood. I didn't draw anything. I just
Don't
generated
worry.
a lot of words for each of the different ones.
Perfect. Well, what
So,
you could
like,
do is use
for-
that to help you.
Yeah, so for safe, I did a kindness, embracing, warmth, non-judgmental, protection, loving. For brave, I did daring, determination, courageous, skillful, leap, knowing, faith. And then for space, airy, bucolic, open, welcoming, spacious, wind, elements, movement. So I guess I could use that as a jumping point to draw then.
Actually, Madeline, those words are amazing. You've thought some different ones that I hadn't. And what you could do is not only use that to inspire art, but you could use that to inspire your poetry if you are a writer as well.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah.
I don't really do poetry, but hey, never say never, right?
It's just the thought, because I didn't know. I just thought,
Yeah,
you've got
thank
some good
you.
words to explore there with.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I just did a couple of doodles around a couple of themes. It's nothing fancy, just like you guys, messing about. I was thinking about love, so I drew a heart, happy, secure. So I was thinking about bonding with the rings or some kind of links. I was thinking about freedom. I was thinking about thinking butterflies, obviously my favorite, but I was thinking about spiders and being brave, because who'd want to color a spider? Well, that'd be interesting to color in. But yeah, it's just being brave. So if a lot of people are scared of spiders. And then I was thinking about the ocean and how the fishes are free, so in the open space. So that was great. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm so glad that we came up with some good ideas. Oh, wow. Did you just do that?
Yeah, I cheated. I started.
That's fine.
Seeking connections, web of life, oneness, love, support, vitality, strength. So it's just a beginning of a Neuro art that people could color in, but you
Yeah.
color it your own way. There are rules for coloring it, but I don't think it would matter.
I love it.
It can just stay the black and white version. It's very messy because I'm trying to. What you do is you draw lines and then circles, and then you have to make it all smooth. All the intersections have to be curved and smooth.
Yeah.
But this is a messy pen. I don't like it. So
Then you could just get some nice proper artistic pens to help
yeah, I
you.
do have those.
Yeah. But you know what? That looks amazing. I can't wait to see the final thing. And that would be great to color in. It's brilliant.
I've already
Nan-
submitted 2 poems. I don't know if I can submit anything more, right? Or one thing, or
Well,
You
I gotta
can-
have the neuro thing. Are you kidding me?
It's brilliant network of
That
neuros.
is so cool.
but
Nancy, what did you do?
Oh, I did my space thing. I showed mine. I just did space.
wow.
Space. Nothing like Preeti. Man, that is gorgeous, Preeti. That is beautiful.
Wins the
But
prize.
That's just World and Wiggles.
Yeah,
doodling.
it's off the top of her pen, right? Yeah.
Put your Insta on in the chat. Write it
I
in.
will,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they
And
can see the
Madeline,
things you've
I
done.
wanted to tell Madeline that one of my poems in the first one is nothing but a word list. So you can do that too.
Yes. So I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to share the rest of the slides so that I can finish finish that slide off. 1 second. We were on this one, so I'll just do from current. Oh, hang on a minute, from current slide. Sorry, current slide. Okay, so I really hope that helped to get you started. So I wanted to give you a bit of advice, also, just a bit of adding some dimension to it. Nancy picked up on it when she talked about my dream cloud and how I put in some words. So I hadn't really thought about adding this in, but then someone told me that, you put words in. So can you talk about that when we do the workshop? So I've added an extra slide to say I have used words in my image. I have been doing it a lot. I find words, I use it as an art form. So some people don't use words like that. I mean, they don't think of it as incorporating in the design, but I do, because I think it's fun. Pretty's done it as well, because obviously I know her well enough. I've seen her artwork. But yeah, words are great in art. And if you want to add it in, please feel free to do it, because actually it just gives another dimension or another layer to your artwork, and we can still color it in, so it's not an issue. Yeah, so think about that and put a word in if you want. And all the list of words you had, you could use some of them and put them in an image if you really, really wanted to, so that could be an option. Okay, so this is another artwork from Richa, which actually Nancy did mention she'd done the mandala art there, but I have got an example of a different artwork that she's done for volume 2. So what we're going to do, I don't know if you want to do this, is do you want to have a go for 5 minutes and just do a little freestyle artwork? I mean, Pretty did some, but if you wanted to from the other exercise, do you want to have 5 minutes to just have a go at doing another artwork? Just create something from one of the doodlings or something, and then we'll finish off from there. Is that okay? Brilliant. Okay, so we'll give you 5 minutes then. Record. So how is everyone done? We got a little doodle you want to share? If you don't want to, it's absolutely fine. Just an opportunity for us to come together one more time. I'm gonna stop the sharing so we can look at the pictures.
Nowhere near like Preeti. I have to see more of her stuff just so I can practice. I mean, that is so cool.
I'll put down my Instagram
I
So
got it. Thank you.
got
I
it?
got
You can have
yeah.
a look.
Beautiful stuff.
I've done this.
Mm.
It's like just
Wow.
now, like just whipped it out. Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful.
That is
Yeah.
so cool.
It's a quick doodle, but yeah.
Do these more often, Pratibha.
What I tend to do is I keep a little sketchbook with me with a couple of pens. So when I've got a few minutes here and there at work or at home or in the morning, wherever, I just take it out and just doodle in it. Got a whole book full of that, of doodles. It's a way of practicing, just freestyle, free flow.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, it does work. I do enjoy it when you've got 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, just do a bit every day, and you just build it up, build it up, build it up. Try it.
I will. I'm gonna in Madeline. That's what I'm gonna be doing in Monday's art. Play, come and play. I'm doing it Monday. What did you hold? I saw you hold something up.
Yes.
Ooh,
Is that
is that it? Hold it up again, Madeline. What was that? Is that a tree? Oh wow. You're on mute. Yeah, there
For
you are.
space.
that's great.
Oh, I love it.
It's great.
I didn't have unlined papers. That's why it's so small.
It's
I have my
fine.
journal. Yeah.
Yeah. You can refine it however you want later.
Hmm.
Oh, Nat, I cannot see it. What can I? Oh, there we go. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, we can see it now.
There we
Oh,
go.
like a
Nice.
tree with little hearts.
I
It's
like
a
it.
bunch of plants and a tree with
I
a girl
Wow.
Oh,
writing in her morning pages. And they all have hearts that smile for
Love it.
faces.
Aw.
I love it.
It looked quite happy, doesn't it, with the tree, the way it's set out. So I love it.
Thank you.
Barbara, did you share yours?
No, I just kept working on this.
Oh, your doodle.
That is so cool.
I love
These
it.
Also, the neurons in your brain. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
That's gonna be great when you finish it and submit.
Yeah.
I
Did
like
you share, Nancy?
yeah, my
Yes. But
I
you're still getting inspired as well, aren't you, with all the
yeah, I'm going out later today, so I might see if I can get a compass and a protractor. Oh my
and a
gosh,
little
I haven't said
sketchbook
those words in a long time.
and a sketchbook.
And another sketchbook. This is getting a little thin here. Yeah.
Get a little one.
Yeah.
I don't know, A5.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. I
You
love
carry
it.
around in your bag. I've
Love it.
just done a quick ocean kind of doodle because I was thinking about
Wow.
freedom in the ocean.
There you go. Bring a little, here we go.
mm.
I see a
I think,
fish.
yeah, it's got like a shell.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
think
so cute.
I think what I need to do is look at the way I would inspire myself is look at images around the theme, like doing them underwater, then I'd have a look at that. Right. That was amazing to see what people have come up with. I really hope that helped you begin your journey in the art so that you've got something to submit. Obviously, please let me know or Nancy if there's anything you need to ask. I'm going to finish the slide so that we can just sum up at the end. A couple of things. So that's from current slide. Okay, so I just wanted to share some creations. Nothing you have to do, just watch. Obviously, this is just from the internet, these images of artwork that you can color in. But here is the artwork from the first anthology. There's Pretty's.
That's
She's here
mine.
today. Yeah. And then you've got Kathy and Lisa. So that's just to inspire you what went in the first book. This is the second book. I love the turtle, the leaves, it's just so simple, you don't have to do anything complicated. Simpler is the best. And then you've got the henna designs here. So obviously you can get inspired with that. Nancy, you talked about the mandala. You've got henna creations that can also inspire you for that. So a little bit about the submission. So if you're ready to submit, you can send up to 3 pieces of art in black and white, scan them in as the instructions given, and then submit it through www.gardenofneuropublishing.com. When you go into that page, if you've not been into it, you just need to scroll down to the section where it says Safe and Brave Space, and in there it will tell you that you can submit. And you can also purchase, you know, the volumes 1 and 2, but then underneath that you'll see the submission option, and then you just fill in the sections that you need and submit. Any questions or any issues you have, just let us know, so that we can get on chasing anything that, you know, doesn't work. And obviously this recording will be uploaded in the garden, and so you can watch it whenever you want if you get stuck. Does anyone have any questions, you know, before we finish our workshop today?
I don't have any questions, but I want to let everyone know in the chat, I put a PDF of Pratibha's workshop here, the presentation. And then there's also this CAM scanner app instructions in the chat.
Nancy, are we going to put it somewhere in the garden?
I can, you know, when I do the recording, I'll make sure that these are attached. They're also in the same space.
Perfect.
That'll work.
Thank you so much for coming to the session. I hope it helped, and I really look forward to seeing the artwork that comes in. We all do, and when you see it, you'll be like, "Oh my God, my work's in there." So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all. Thank you, Pratibha.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pratibha.
Bye bye.
Bye.